know how rare and wonderful it is to get all of your favorite people in a room all at once. You have each touched me deeply, and for that, I've notified social services and the police tonight. No, a confession to start. I love you all. I think you know this, but I have to give you a really quick reminder of how amazing you are. And that this celebration is for us because I could not have done this without your impact to me. So thank you for everything you've done. I want to thank a few people very specifically. To start, my father. My pops was the brains of the operation. He taught us to think deeper, he taught us to dream bigger, and he taught us that it's okay to work hard to make those dreams a reality. But most importantly, Pop, you taught us that words are powerful, both written and spoken. I could not have done this without you, Pop. Thank you.
Thank you.
The biggest impact to this book is a void in the room today. We lost our mom a couple of years ago. And if Dad was the brains, Mom was the heart. She taught us to love, she taught us to laugh, she taught us to hug. If you guys wondered where that came from. And more than anything relative to this book, she taught us the importance of family. So regardless of who was at dinner at any given night, they were treated as family, and that had zero to do with genes. We miss Mama dearly. I couldn't have done this without you. Thank you so very much. Next, it's my beautiful wife, Megan. My best friend, my co-conspirator in adventure, my playmate, a saint in patience through this 12-year process, for supporting my soul's purpose, and most importantly, a partner in raising two amazing children. I'm madly in love with you. I couldn't have done this without you. And to our two children, Malcolm and Kaya, one of which is not here today. She'll actually be here later. Our prides and joy, we are so proud of you, not because of what you've done or what you will do, but because of who you have become. You're amazing humans. I count you less as kids and more as friends. And that's just testimony to the fact that Kaya is with other friends right now. After this much time, I'm still not popular. So you guys are the reason why I started this whole process. It was simple. I wanted to leave a message behind that you could revisit every few years if you needed it. The message that I wanted to leave behind is captured in the excerpt that I'm about to read from the book. All right, set the context. The kids are in the middle of a Temescal, which is a sweat lodge in South America, as part of their training. By the time the final round of stones were passed into the hut, the door representing the element of air, I had complete amnesia about my fears going into the ritual. I'd never been so happy, so present. As Chiach, drumming and chanting commenced, I gave myself over to the rhythm and movement and was brought deeper within. Setting my ego aside, I moved past resistance and allowed myself to be vulnerable. Then I heard a quiet, familiar message, a small voice from inside repeating Monk Shirley's advice: you must first forgive yourself. I stopped chanting, stopped beating my drum, and stopped moving. In that moment, I knew I needed to focus on accepting myself, my whole self. With each breath, I forgave myself a little more. Building on it with every exhalation, I forgave myself for being awkward, for lacking self-confidence, and as strange as it may sound, for being smart. Everything that had ever brought me self-doubt, self-loathing, or fear, I offered up to the universe. For the first time in my life, I dared to express deep and unfettered love for myself, and I began to cry. With the chanting and rhythms masking my sobs, I let it all go. I was free, unburdened, and so filled with a powerful light that I finally understood. When I gave love to myself, I tapped into something far greater, a bottomless reserve of love I could then provide to others. Once I felt the effects of this, the lines between me and the others blurred. I connected in a way I'd never experienced before, with a new harmony, a new empathy, and a new perspective. So I just want to remind you that the messy bits about yourself, the imperfect and shadow parts, are what make you interesting. But there is a hack to this video game we call life. So once you embrace those bits, the worst parts of yourself, that they unlock a powerful and magical new tool to not only get rid of those things, change them if you care to, but also to connect to your soul's purpose. My prince, my sweetness, I love you with all my heart, and I could not have done this without you. Thank you for everything. So that was phase one. Leave a message behind for the kids. Check. As George Bush would say, mission accomplished. Well, it took 12 years. That was the easy part. Because phase two is going to get nuts. So phase two is trying to use this book as a platform for making true change in society. So I don't know if you noticed, but society is in a mess right now.
You think?
So our pillars are broken. We spent the last decade sowing seeds of dissension, disconnection, anxiety, and fear. And if we keep on this path, we are surely going to bust. The next 5 years is a critical window for us. And it is time to reverse that course or attempt to do so. So Meg and I have decided that a portion of every bit of proceeds to this book is going to go to a fund. That fund is going to feed ideas and individuals that try to remake society more sustainably and more inclusive. There are ideas in this very room, ideas about getting rid of food deserts, so allowing access to fresh vegetables and fruit, nutrition to those who do not have access. The ability to add healthcare and housing to create true wellness in our communities. What I'm looking for is people who are willing to build bridges, create connections, and create a conversation. Now, Meg and I don't want to be involved in this directly in any way. So the era of the old white male has come to a close. What Meg and I hope to do is to help usher in a next generation of new voices and new faces. The goal that we have for this is raising $1 million in 5 years. $1 million is not much, so we're going to join this with the capital networks that we have knowledge of to try and make true change in society. But if you know anything about book sales, $1 million actually is a truly aspirational goal for us to raise that money, and that's why I need your help. So of course, buy a book. Heck, buy 3 books. Holiday season is upon us, and they just make great gifts for the readers in your life. Actually, we've done the calculations, and if each of you buy 6,000 books, we will. And we can put you on a payment plan. My only ask really is, after you read this book, and please do, cozy up in your favorite chair with a hot cup of tea, and it'll probably take you 3-4 settings, but get through it and then write a review. Apparently reviews are important. They open up a tool kit of influence that we can use. And speaking of influence, I know there are those in the room that have access to influence. I actually can use it. So reach out with some passion Get people involved, let them know, and then step back and let them do their thing. So here's where it gets crazy. So most people write a book. They hope that it gains popularity, and then they hope that the movie rights get picked up. We're not doing it that way. I have from the very beginning seen this as a feature film. And there have always been two individuals that have been involved. One is Will Smith, aka Fresh Prince, aka Sir Slaps a Rock. And the other is Neil deGrasse Tyson. So originally, I wanted them to act as the uncles in the movie. But of course, this took 12 years, and so now we have resigned ourselves to them being the producers of the film. We're not sure who the director is, maybe. Could be Steven Spielberg, who knows? But my ask is, if anybody knows these individuals, Neil deGrasse Tyson in the old contact list, let us know. Or you may know somebody who knows somebody. Reach out, make an introduction, and that's how this will happen. So this will be a miracle, and we're going to need your help in that portion of the program. And then lastly, we don't want to sell one book at a time, we want to sell thousands of books at a time. So this book is perfect for curricula. So whether it be anti-bullying, whether it be science, or organizations that resonate with peace. Each of you surely knows companies like this, organizations that this will resonate with, districts. So that is going to be our greatest avenue, and that's the momentum that we'll be able to catch from here. That's it. That's phase 2. Easy as can be. Miracles happen if we do it together. So tonight is a celebration. So eat, drink, be merry. This is our celebration. I actually want to do a shout out to Neighbors Wine Bar. You do an amazing job, Ashley. Also, special thanks to Miss Elise, who has broken out her special recipe for chocolate chip cookies for dessert for all of us. Y'all, thank you for turning out, even given such shitty weather. Celebrate tonight, because on November 1st, the true work is going to be on.
We are very proud of you.
Yes.